Right. Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last topic? JavaScript executed done, right? Windows handler. Okay. Online students, is that the screen is visible? Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay. Let's understand that. Take with the new heading. What is the heading done? Window handlers, right? Right. Let's understand that what exactly mean by the particular window handlers and how exactly we need to be get implemented. As simple as previously we got taken care about in working with text boxes, taking with buttons and taking with checkboxes, which need to be get understand about how we can get handle or how we can interact with web application. While working with the web application, if you want to be get automate any kind of activity, so how we need to be get automate, that is what we have been done. In a similar way, we need to be get understand that what exactly mean by this window handler and what is the meaning of that. Let's understand on that. For that, make a note of the test steps. Write the main heading. Main heading is window handler. Under that, have any subheading test step. Mention that test step. Under that, make a note of the steps. Take with the first step. What is the first step? First step, launch browser. First step is launch browser. Take with the first step is launch browser. Take the next step, enter URL. Enter URL. Enter URL. Okay. After that, take the next step, click on Window 2 button. Click on Window 2 button. Does that button name? Click on Window 2 button. And take the next step. Click on Window 3 button. Click on Window 3 button. Okay. Click on Window 2. After that, click on Window 3 button. After that, take the next step. Navigate to first window. Navigate to first window from third window. Navigate to first window from third window. Navigate to first window from third window. Take with the next step. Close only current browser. Close only current browser or close all browsers. close all browsers. Close only current browser or close all browsers. Okay, right. Let's see the steps here. As simple as, what is the first step written? Launching the browser. After that, enter URL. After that, click on Window 2 button. According to this application, if I click on this Window 2, it got open one more window, or you can consider one more tab. And after that, we click on Window 3. It will be getting opening with one more window, which got open one more tab here. Considering the totally, how many windows it got open? 3 windows. Considering the tab only, these are considering the tab only according to the Selenium automation. According to the Selenium automation, this one particular tab, it will considering the one particular window. Now, as simple as we are trying to understand that while working with Selenium automation, we are trying to understand that how we can handle with multiple windows. If you want to navigate from one window to another window, or while working with the Selenium, if you want to handle with multiple windows, how exactly we can automate or how we can handle it. Further, we are taking an example in our HRMS application. In our HRMS application, we don't have this particular functionality. While working with HRMS application, we don't have any functionality of having with multiple windows. Because of that, we are taking with the help of one small HTML file. That particular HTML file, I'm just providing in the Google Classroom. I'm just providing this particular HTML file in Google Classroom, which can be used to get practice with multiple windows here. As simple as you can download this particular HTML file. No concept of installation. Just you can save in your local system. Once you've done with the save, you can use the option. What is the option you can use? Open with Chrome. So don't be confused here. We are taking care about in understanding with functionality of multiple windows. To practice that particular program in our HRMS application, we don't have any multiple windows here. Because of that, we have been taking care about. Because of that, we have been taking care about in working with one small HTML file here. In this particular HTML file, we need to begin. In this particular HTML file, just open with Chrome. Just you can open with Chrome, so that you will be able to see that it got opened in the browser. Once it got open in browser, you need to begin taking with multiple windows. Just click on Window 2 button. Right. So which need to be get, click on Windows 2. Once we got click on this button, it will open one window. We got clicked on window 3, which it got open one more window. From the third window to, we need to get navigate to first window. As simple as the conclusion, we need to be get understood how we can get handle with multiple windows. If you want to be get handle with multiple windows, how we can work it? Let's see that. For that, two things we are doing. To get handle with multiple windows, first we need to be get retry. First we need to be get retry this particular Windows information. First we need to be get retrieve this particular Windows information. This particular Windows information, how we can retrieve. Further, previously we done with one method, taking with the method name is get title. What is the use of get title? Use of get title to retrieve title from the application. That is the one method we done. After that, we done with the method mentioning that get text. What is the functionality of this method? Get text. To retrieve text from the application. Get title to retrieve the title. Get text to retrieve the text from application. In a similar way, we got some more methods. In the similar way, we got some more methods here that will be mentioning that get window handle. That will be mentioning that get window handle. One more method we got. Considering that get window handles. Two methods we got it. One is get window handle. Another one is get window handles. So one is window handle. Another one is get window handles. This window handle, this particular get window handle functionality to retrieve, functionality to get retrieve one window, to retrieve one window information. The functionality of Arvind Kumar Yadav. Somebody is calling him. Right. So considering that get window handle, this get window handle need to be get retrieve one window information. At the same time, we got get window handles. Functionality of window handles? All windows. Considering that need to be get mentioning that multiple windows information. If you want to handle one window information, if you want to be get handle one window information, you will be taking with get window handle. If you want to be get handle multiple information, which you will be taking with get window handles. So first understanding we got the get methods. Consider get window handle, get window handles. Functionality of get window handle: to retrieve only one window information. And then functionality of get window handles. Functionality of get window handles: to retrieve multiple windows information. Okay. First you are retrieving it. Once you retrieve, you need to be get printed. If you want to be get print, you need to be get assigned. You need to be get assigned to the respective variable. Once you are retrieving, you need to be get assign it and print it. In case of get window handle, you can take with the string and you can mention that particular window. This is very straightforward. Thus considering that only one particular window doesn't make an issue. Directly you can assign to that variable and you can print that. But consider this particular method name. What is the method name we got? What is the method name we got? Get window handles. Functionality of this method? Functionality of this method: to retrieve multiple windows. When you are retrieving with the multiple windows, directly we cannot assign to string. When you are retrieving with the multiple windows, directly we cannot assign it to the string here. Because of that, we are taking with the help of one more option that we will be considering that we will be knowing with array list here. Knowing it? That array list, which we will be taking with the help of array list here. For this particular array list, we need to be get assigned this particular multiple windows. So as simple as first we are retrieving windows information. That information we are assigning to the respective variable. The one you can consider string and another one we got consider array list here. Now, this is we got retrieve it, we got assigned it, and if required, we can print that particular information. That is one part. So one part is retrieving the information, assigning to the respective variable and printing that particular respective information. One part. Another one, we need to be get navigate. Another one, we need to be get navigate from one window to another window. If you want to be get navigate from one window to another window, you will be using with the statement. In a starting days, you done with the statement of switch to dot frame. What is the use of that? Switch to dot frame. What is the use of that? To enter into particular frame. To get enter into particular frame. To get navigate. To switch to that particular frame, you are using switch to dot frame. In a similar way, which it will be taking with switch to dot. In a similar way, you will be taking with switch to dot alert. So the one you done with switch to dot frame to enter into that particular frame. Then you got switch to dot alert in taking with switching to that particular alert. Now continued with the same, we got one more option that will be considering the switch2.window. So you need to be considering that switch2.window. So the one you are consider switch2.frame and then switch2.alert and switch2.window. So we got different options. So according to the requirement, we need to be continued. According to the requirement, we need to be continued working with the respective statements here. So the one you got switch2frame and then you got switch2.alert and then switch2.window. If you want to be navigate to from one window to another window, you need to be provide that window details. Switch2.frame, you mention that name, that frame name or frame ID or which will be taking with index. You mention that frame name or taking with frame ID or which will be taking with frame index here. Switch2.alert. At a time, you never get multiple alerts. At a time, you cannot see that having the multiple alerts. Because of that, there is no concept of alert name or alert ID or anything. Always will get only one alert at a time. Always will get only one particular alert at a time. So that will be mentioning about taking with alert. And after that, it will be taking with switch2.window. So here you need to be provide index. To which window you have to switch, you need to be provide that particular index. Index will start from 0, not 1. Index will start from 0. If you want to be switched to first window, what will be the index? The index need to be provide 0. Okay. Apart from that, according to your test case steps, what is the last step you written? In your test step, what is the last step? Close only current browser or close all browsers. Either you need to be close only current browser or you need to be close all browsers here. For that, you are using with the method name. The one you will be considering that close, and then you will be taking with the method name that you will be taking with quit. The one you will be taking with close method and then you will be taking with quit method. Close method functionality. To close only current window or current browser. To get close current window or to close current browser. So the one you are taking with close method has been used to get close only current browser or taking with current window. Apart from that, you got quit method. This particular quit method need to be considered. This particular quit method you need to be considered to close all windows. To get close all windows, or you can consider all browsers here. You can consider to get close all windows, all browsers, mentioning that open by WebDriver instance. Open by WebDriver instance here. I mean, Manually, if you got to open the browser, that cannot be closed. Manually, if you open the browser, it cannot be closed because of program, based on program requirement, if it got closed with, based on the program requirement, if it got closed with multiple browsers, then you will be able to see using the quit method, which it will be closing with all browsers. So that is what it will be taking with close method, or it will be taking with quit method. So this is how we have all the required information. Combine of all these things, we can write in a program. So let's see that how exactly we can write with the program combine of all these particular things. Okay, let's look into that. Further, according to the test case step, we need to be get continued writing with the program. That particular program you are doing with the help of the Selenium. That is a common activity to work with Selenium. What we require? To work with Selenium, what we require? Jar files. Based on jar files, what we can access? What is it? Packages. Based on packages? Class. Based on the class? What is it? Method. What is the use of the method? Use of the method to perform any action, which you will be considering that taking with the same thing. Followed with the same concept, you got created with class. Once class has been created, you need to be get taking care about having with method that you will be considering that string args need to be get to open that particular main method. Now here we need to be get provide that particular respective test step. It will be followed with the same first step. You need to be launch browser. To launch browser, what is the statement you have to write? System.set property. System.set property need to be get writing with the statement WebDriver.gecko.driver. Need to be get provide with the statement that will be considering the WebDriver.gecko.driver. After that, what we have to provide? Path of driver.exe file. We need to be get provide path of driver.exe file. So where exactly that particular driver is there, you need to be get provide path of driver.exe file, which need to be get provide path of driver.exe file. So that we will be mentioning about gecko driver.exe. So that need to be get mentioning about gecko driver.exe. After that, we will be writing with the statement WebDriver driver equal to need to be get mentioning about Firefox driver. Giving an error. Why it is giving an error? Need to be get import that required packages. We need to be get import the required packages. Now, once it got launch browser, you need to be get enter URL. To enter URL, what is the method name? Taking with navigate. To enter the URL, we are using with the method name that will be taking with navigate. So the one you can work with navigate, or you can take with another method. What is that method? Get method. One is you can work with navigate.to. You can work with navigate.to. What is the use of navigate.to? What is the use of navigate.to? To enter that particular URL. To enter that particular URL, you are using navigate.to. In a similar way, using get method. Get method also to enter particular URL. Navigate.to, entering the URL. Get method also entering with URL. Both the methods has been used. Both the methods has been used to enter URL. Both the methods has been used to enter with URL. Then what make you difference? As both the methods has been used to enter with the URL, then what make you having with difference here? Difference is when you compare get method with navigate.to. When you compare get method with navigate.to, get method will take more time. Get method will take more time to load that page. As simple as both will be the fast only. Both are entering the URL only. But when you do the comparison, get method is taking more time to get load that particular page. So that is what taking the difference between get method and then taking with navigate.to. When you guys are practicing based on your comfortable, you can use any method. So now we got two methods here. What are the methods we got? One is get method. Another one is navigate.to. Okay. So once we enter the URL, what is the next step written? In the test case steps, you got launch browser, enter URL. What is the next step written? Click on window 2 button. Okay. Right. So we need to click on window 2 button. So that we will be considering the click activity, the common thing, doing with the right click, taking with the inspect. Any name option? Is there any name option here? In the highlighted one, any name option? No. Any ID option? ID. Yes. We got an ID, need to be get used with ID. So as we got an ID option, we need to be take with the help of ID. Considering the driver dot find element. Driver dot find element. And then mentioning about by dot ID. By dot ID. Need to be get provide that particular ID. Need to be get provide that particular ID. And then taking with dot. What is that method name? Taking with click OK. After that, need to be get consider taking with one more button that you will be considering 3. You can understand this is you can considering the first window. This is you can consider as first window. And this is you can considering as second window. This is you can consider as second window. And then this is you can consider as third window. So now how many windows we got? 3 windows. Is it all 3 windows opened at a time? If you enter URL at a time, is that you are able to see 3 windows here? No. First you entered URL, it got opened that window, so clicked on button 2, second window, click on button 3, third window. In the runtime, whenever executing, in the runtime, you are able to see that multiple windows has been displayed. So because of that, to take that information, to have that particular information, we need to be get considering that taking with array list here. So which need to be get taking with array list, considering that Windows information equal to, now we can see how we are doing that. So how we are getting that particular Windows information. So how we can get that particular Windows information. Now you can see that further we got mentioned that driver dot. So we got mentioned that driver dot. You are taking with the method name. What is the first method we got? What is the first method we got? Get window handle. So functionality of get window handle? To retry only one window. What is another method? Get window handles. Functionality of window handles? To retry multiple windows. To retry multiple windows, we are using it. So we are retrieving it. We are retrieving it, assigning to. We are retrieving it, assigning to that particular respective array list here. Okay. So once we got array list, now once we got array list, so from this array list, we need to be get navigate to from window to another window. Further, we are writing the statement. Further, we are writing the statement. Driver dot switch to dot window. So further, I'm taking with window info, providing that. So you are providing that Windows info dot, you will be taking with, which you will be taking with, you need to be get provide. You need to be get provide that particular index. Related to this, you need to be get provide this particular index. This window info, we need to be get provide. Window info that you need to be get provide that particular index. I want to navigate to first window. What is the index? For navigating to first window, what is the index? Which you will be taking with 0. Now need to be get close. Need to be get close. Only first window. I want to be get close only first window. Considering that need to be get close only current window. So what is the statement you will write? Driver dot close. What is the functionality of close method? Only one window. We can considering that to close current window, to close current window, we are taking with the help of this particular statement. So now here we need to be get mentioning about taking with thread.sleep, need to be get provide the respective wait statement. So wherever it has been required, you can provide on it. So we got click on window 2, and after that, which we got click on Windows 3 here. Okay. So after that, need to be get navigate to first window and then closing with all the windows. Now we can see here. If you run this program, why it is giving an error? Throws exception. So throws exception. Okay. Now we can see. So if you run this program, we need to be able to see that. In handling with multiple windows. It's need to be get handled with multiple windows. So as simple as we are trying to understand that how we can get handled with multiple windows. and how we can navigate from one window to another window. So this is the first window. Okay. So first window, second window, third window, and navigate it to first window and close only first window. So remaining two windows are there. In case if you want to begin, close. If you want to begin, close all the windows. If you want to begin, close all the windows. Driver dot quit. So which you will be taking with driver dot quit. So it's not like taking with driver dot close, which you will be taking with driver dot quit. Now we can see here, need to be take with all browsers. So as part of Selenium program, whatever the browsers it got open, it's need to be close all the browsers here. Let's see that. Need to click on window 2. This is second window. Third window, navigate it to first window. Close all windows. Close or not? Let me run once again. Just we are trying to get understand how we can get handled with multiple windows. Need to be click on button 2, second window, third window, navigated to first window and close all windows. So this is what you will be taking with close method and then taking with quit method here. So this is how you need to be taking care about in working with multiple handlers. So you need to be taking care about in handling with multiple windows here. So this is how you can consider working with this particular windows. Still we need to be looking into some more programs. Let's see that this is related to window handle. Okay, done. So now you can see that. So what are the programs we done? What is the first program we done? First program, login, logout. After that, Chrome browser. After that, verification. And then mouse over. And then frames. After that, alerts. After that, keyboard actions. After that, drop down. After that, wait statement. After wait statement, file upload. So after file upload, JavaScript executor. After that, window handlers here. Now in a similar way, let's take with one more table. Let's take with one more new concept. Little bit more level advanced concept. So just see that. Okay. So it is another new concept. Taking with web table. Let's have a heading is web table. Okay, right. So let's see that what exactly mean by this web table, how we can work with web table. So what exactly mean by this particular web table and how exactly we can work with this particular web table here. So now I can say that the simple understanding, consider that our HRMS application, which need to be get provide this username and taking with password. Okay. Now see the very simple understanding. See the understanding of web table. This particular one, what you can consider? This whole thing, what you can consider? Consider as table or not? Yes or no, guys? Meaning of table? Meaning of the table? Rows and columns, having with multiple rows, having with multiple columns, which we can consider as a table here. So as part of the table, need to have it rows and columns. This particular one, you need to be get considering the web table. So the meaning of web table, anything related to UI, any information has been provided in a format of the table that you are considering the web table. Okay. So now what exactly we can perform in this web table? What exactly we can perform in this particular web table? In that taking with the activity, we can retrieve count of the table. What is it? What we can retrieve? Count of the table. And we can retrieve data from the table. So one is we can retrieve count of the table. Another one, you can retrieve data from the table. Okay. This count we can retrieve. Row count. After that, considering the column count, and then considering the row and column. Need to be get considering the row and column. Now we can see that. So one is the row count, another one is column count, another one is row and column. In a similar way, we can retrieve the data considering that data from particular text. I mean, you need to be get retrieve the data. You need to be get retrieve that particular data from particular cell, considering that get text. So here, before going to this get text, we can retrieve the data from particular cell and retrieve the data from the whole table. Right. So as simple as we need to be get considering that utilizing with this particular web table. So the one you got considering that to retrieve the count, we can go with row count, column count, row and column, and the data from one particular cell and the data from whole table, taking with mentioning about get text here. Similar to this, we got an account. So similar to this, we can considering that we will be using predefined method. Which we will be using predefined method. So which we will be using predefined method, that we will be considering that size. Size is in a predefined method. To retrieve count of the table. It can be row count, or it can be column count, or row and column. So how size method is understanding, get method is understanding in retrieving that particular text. So for that you will be taking with XPath. So for that you will be taking with XPath here. Okay. Okay. Just write it 1 minute. Right. So now see the whole conclusion. The one we got, web table. In the web table, we can perform two activities. What are the activities we can do? Retrieve count of the table. Another one, retrieve data from the table. In case of count, what is the count we can retrieve? Row count, column count, row and column. In case of data, data from particular cell, data from whole table. Either we can retrieve the data from particular cell or retrieve the data from whole table. To retrieve the count, what is the method name? Size. So size is a predefined method. Size is a predefined method which has been used to retrieve. Size is the predefined method which has been used to retrieve count of the table. In a similar way, we got getText. So getText is one predefined method. Both the methods has been working. Both the methods has been working based on the XPath you provided. So size method cannot understand either it has been row or column. It has been retrieving with the size based on XPath how you provided. Whatever the XPath you provided, whatever the XPath you have been provided, based on that particular XPath, based on that particular XPath, it will be retrieving. It will be retrieving the required count or it will retrieve the required data. So let's see that how exactly we can write that program. To write that particular program, just we are taking with some small HTML table. Just we are taking with this particular HTML file. From this particular web table, from this particular web table, we'll understand that how we can retrieve that particular count, or we'll understand that how we can retrieve that particular data. That file also I'm providing in Google Classroom related to web table, related to the web table. That file also I'm providing in that particular Google Classroom. Okay. Let's see that how exactly we can work on it. Now, as simple as considering this web table, looking into the rows. How many rows we got? What is the row count? Yeah. 6 or 7? 6 or 7? Both are. How many columns we got? 4. So having with the row count is 7, and then taking with the column count is 4. So we are having 7 rows are available, and we are having 4 columns are there. Need to be retrieve that particular count through programming. So how exactly we can do it? How exactly we can do it? Let's see here. Further, as simple as we need to write with the program. We need to write with the program that will be considered common activity mentioning that web table. We need to be mentioning that web table. Okay. So here we need to be right. We need to be right that particular respective code that will be considering that taking with void main and then mentioning about string args need to be open with main method. Okay. Now you can see here writing with our regular code considering dot system dot set property need to be mentioning that WebDriver dot gecko dot driver. Then what we have to provide? What we have to provide? Path of driver dot exe. We need to be provide. We need to be provide path of driver dot exe. We need to be provide. We need to be provide path of driver dot exe. Need to be considering the gecko driver dot exe. Okay. Then consider WebDriver and then driver equal to mentioning the new Firefox driver. Giving an error. What need to be done? We need to import the respective packages. Okay. After that, we need to enter URL. What are the method names we got? Driver.get method. That is one method. What is another method? What is it? Navigate.to. Based on your comfortable, you can work with get method or you can work with navigate.to. You can work with get method or you can work with navigate.to. You need to be provide that particular method. You need to be provide that particular one. So that is what I will mention. And as simple as checking with this particular one. Considering that once we got enter with the URL, we need to be retrieve the count. In that particular count, first we need to be go with row count. First we need to be retrieve row count. So to retrieve the count, what is the method we are using? What is the method we are using? Size. On which basis the size method is working? Based on XPath. Based on the XPath we have been provided, it has been giving the respective output. Now you can see here, considering that you are writing driver dot find element, and then by dot taking with XPath, we'll write XPath dot, what is the method name we required? To retry the count, what is the method name we require? Taking the method name is size. But having the size method? Get size. So get size is different, size is different. We required, what is the method we required? Size method. It is not giving the access. So if we required size method, what need to be done? To record size method, what need to be done? What is it? What we written? No, what we written here? Find elements. Till now, you done with find element. Now what is the method we are using? What is the method we are using? Find elements. What will be the difference? S is the difference. Very perfect. In interviews, definitely we'll get the very simple questions. Difference between get method and navigate.to. Difference between get method and navigate.to. What is the difference? Get method will take more time to get load that page. When you compare with both the methods has been used to enter URL. Get method will take more time to load the page. Another question. Difference between get title and get text. Difference between get title and get text. What is the difference? Get title is to retrieve the title. Get text is to retrieve the text. Another question. Difference between get window handle and get window handles. Difference between get window handle and get window handles. What is the difference? Get window handle is one window. Get window handles is multiple windows. And difference between close method, quit method. Difference between close method, quit method. What is the difference? Close is for current browser or current window. Quit method, all browsers open by WebDriver instance. It's not like you open manually and that browser will close it. Quit method is closing all browsers open by WebDriver instance. Now I will get in a question. Difference between find element and find elements. Find element is for to identify particular element. Find element to identify particular element. Find elements to identify. Find elements to identify multiple elements of same group. To identify multiple elements of same group. Find element is individual element. So it will identify particular element. Find elements is Find elements is multiple elements of same group. Okay. So now we need to begin using the method. What is the method we required? What is the method we required? Taking the method name is size, which we will be taking with the method name is size. Okay. Now you can see here, considering that providing with the XPath, considering that providing with the XPath, as usual, we'll be taking our regular option. I'm just using copy, taking with copy XPath. Meaning of this copy XPath? Copy full XPath? Open your notebooks on the starting day, very seriously written. Copy XPath? Which XPath it is? Oh, which XPath it is? Is that relative XPath or absolute XPath? Copy XPath will provide relative XPath. Copy full XPath will provide absolute XPath here. What is the meaning of XPath? Meaning of XPath? Group of nodes. Types of XPath? Two types. What are those? Absolute XPath, relative XPath. Meaning of absolute XPath? Starts with HTML tag. Meaning of relative XPath? Starts with attribute. So for now, we are taking with copy XPath. So need to be get provide that particular XPath. We need to be get provide that particular respective. We need to be get provide that particular respective XPath. I can see here, which need to be get provide that particular respective XPath. And considering that we need to be get provide taking with row. So for the confirmation, we are printing that particular row. So now here, let me run the program up to this particular step. Now we'll see that what is output it will provide. So if I run this program, what is output it will provide? If I run this program, what is the row count it has to be print? What is the row count it has to be print? What is the row count it has to be print? It's need to be get print with the row count is 7. Okay. Let me run the program and see the output. Just we are taking only row count. Just see the row count, what it is printing. What is the row count? Why it is giving 1? What is the total row count? 7. But it is giving in a 1. If you want to be get provide that row count is 7, what need to be done? What is XPath I will write? Absolute XPath will take. Single attribute, how will write? Is there any attributes? See the simple understanding. We required in a row count. I'm not giving with the column details. Considering the TR, meaning of TR? Table row. If I'm giving in a TR of 7, it will consider only 7th row. If I'm giving in a TR of 7, it will consider only 7th row. In case of taking with In case of considering with tier of 1, it will consider only first row, which it will be considering that only first row. But our requirement is need to be considering that all the rows here. So our requirement is in a table. How many rows are there? Hello, Praveen. Batch 4 వాళ్ళకి ల్యాబ్ జరగట్లేదా? నిన్న అవ్వలేదన్నారు ల్యాబ్. ఓకే, ఈరోజు ఉంది కదా. సరే, ఒకసారి వాళ్ళకు ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయండి అయితే. ఓకే, రైట్. I can say that which need to be considering that taking with required all the rows here. If I provide tier of 7, it will consider 7th row. If I mention tier of 1, it will consider first row. But the requirement is all the rows here. Because of that, we are just mentioned as TR. Okay. So now, in a similar way, we need to be taking care about column count. The one we will be taking with row count, column count, row and column. This is considering that column count, and this is considering that row and column. And just we are printing respective things, column, and then consider that, and then considering that, taking with mentioning about row and column. Okay. So now we can see here. So now we can provide the respective X path. Now we can see here. First we retrieve the row count. Next we need to retrieve column count. What we have to write? Okay, in a place of TR, TC. TC is table column. Really, what developers? What is it? Okay, C is completed, D is came. Okay, very perfect. ABCD is remembered. Now this is correct? Correct. If you run this, what is the output you will get? What is the column count you will get? Meaning of TD? Table data. Okay. Now, according to the table, without having the row, can we get in a column? Without having the row, can we get in a column? Then how come it is correct then? See that as simple as considering that first row, how many columns we got? In the first row, how many columns we got? 4 columns. Second row, how many columns? TH is also there. Very perfect, guys. Okay. Taking with the 7th row, how many columns we got? How many columns we got? 4. Any difference in the column count? No. It can be any row, column count is same. It can be any row, the column count has been same. Okay. Now, so here, what we are doing is, first we are mentioning that navigating to first row. Navigate to first row. From the first row, need to be consider all the columns. From the first row, need to be take with all the columns here. So considering that, taking with row count, and then taking with column count, and then consider row and column. Okay, right. Now I can see that. This is what we are taking with retrieving with the count. We got retrieve the count of the table, taking with the row count, column count, and then taking with row and column. Okay. In a similar way, we need to be get. In a similar way, we need to be get retrieve data. First, we need to retrieve the data from any one particular cell. After that, we'll retrieve the data from the whole table. Retrieve the data from any one particular cell. That is very straightforward. You can just take with, for example, assume that I want to be print C++. If I want to be print this C++, what is the row count? What is the row count? 2. Column count? For this particular cell, now this is the cell I want to identify. What is the row? Row count is 2. Column count is 2. So need to navigate to second row, second column. Okay. Now this is very straightforward. You will be mentioning that, considering that string, taking with cell data. You are taking with the data from one particular cell, equal to driver dot find element by dot, which you will be taking with by dot xpath. Need to be get provide that particular respective xpath. Need to be get provide that particular respective xpath. So here we need to be get provide tier of 2. Meaning of tier of 2? Navigate to second row. Then we mention TD of 2. Meaning of TD of 2? Navigate to second column. It's need to be get navigate to second row, and it's need to get navigate to second column, and then need to be get retrieve the data. To retrieve the data, we are using the method name. What is that method name? Get text here. Once it got retrieved, assigned to the variable, and need to be get print that particular data that we will be considering that, which we will be taking with cell data. Okay. So this is need to be get retrieve the data from one particular cell. Now the requirement is need to be get retrieve the data from the whole table. First we need to go to first row, retrieve the data, print it. Then taking the second row, retrieve the data, print it. Then taking the third row, retrieve the data, print it. So how many rows are there? We have to take all the data from the table and need to be get printed. So how we can do that? What is it? Loop concept here. So which we will be taking with the loops. What are the loops we have? First is, okay, for loop, while loop, do while, taking with for each. So in that, taking with the help of for loop. While working with the for loop, what is the syntax need to be followed? Initialization, condition, increment or decrement. Taking with initialization, mentioning that int I equal to 1, need to be take from the first row, and then taking with condition I less than or equal to, what I need to write? 7. Apart from 7, any other thing we can write? Oh, very perfect. Less than 8. Apart from that? What is it? Correct or not? We already retrieved the row count. In a table, how many rows are there? We are already retrieved the row count. that many times it has to continue the loop that we will be mentioning about taking with row. Okay. And after that, taking with I plus plus. Okay. So and then taking with mentioning about taking with the string that we will be taking with data. Considering the driver dot find element by dot taking with XPath and dot it will be taking with get text. Once it got retrieve the text, assigning to the variable and need to be get printed. It's need to be get assigned to that variable and it's need to be get print that particular respective data. So this is how we got. Now here we need to be provide respective XPath. Let's see that how exactly we can write that particular respective XPath here. So how exactly we can write this XPath? Now see this for loop. According to this particular loop, this is consider as the int can consider as what is that? Data type. I is considered as variable. Okay. One is considered as variable value. So we got data types and variables. So taking with data type, variable value. So what is this I here? I is considered as a variable. For the first time, what is I value? 1. So here you need to be take with the first row. I can mention as a I. So by that, for the first time, what is I value? 1. Considering the tier of 1, first row, retrieve the data, assigned it to the variable, printed. I value will increment. This I value will become a 2. Then this is considered as tier of 2, second row, retrieve the data, assigned it to the variable and printing that variable. So like that, how many rows are available, that many times it will continue the loop and it will be retrieving the data and it will printing it. Okay. So this is fun. Now, this is we need to be get considering that. Taking with XPath. This is considering that XPath here. Now, in this XPath, in this particular XPath, we got an I. What is the meaning of I here? What is the meaning of I? I is a variable. You return the XPath. In the XPath, what you are providing? Variable. You return the XPath. In that particular XPath, you have been providing the variable. In that particular XPath, you have been providing with the variable here. So now, whenever you are working with the XPath, in XPath, if you want to be get provide the variable. In XPath, if you want to be get provide with the variable, directly we cannot mention. This I we cannot mention. Further, the syntax we followed. First we will be taking with double quotes. Within double quotes, you need to be get provide plus symbol. Within double quotes, you need to be provide with the plus symbol. Within a plus symbol, you are taking variable of I here. So this is how you got a concept of Writing with the XPath. In a XPath, you are providing with variable. So directly, if you mention with the I, XPath cannot understand. To consider that is in a variable, you need to be provide this double quotes in between of that, taking with plus symbol. In between of plus symbol, it will be taking with I here. So this is, you need to be get consider providing with the XPath. In that particular XPath, you need to be get past that variable to confirm that either it is retrieving the data or not. I'm just providing that particular respective wait statement. So now you can see that. So considering that, we need to be able to see that retrieving all the data. So imported all the required packages, create with class, create with main method, path of exe file, launching the browser, entering the URL, retrieve the row count, retrieve the column count, and row and column, data from one particular cell and data from whole table. Now we can see here, if I run this program, what is the row count it has to be print? What is the row count? 7. Column count? 4. Row and column? 7 space 4, 7 comma 4, still 72. Let's see that what it is printing. So it will take the table, printing the data, retrieving the data from the table. From each and every row, it is retrieving with the data from the table. It will retrieve all the data and it will be closing the browser. Okay. So now we can see here, considering that, what is the row count? 7. Column count? 4. Row and column? 28. So after that, data from particular cell and the data from whole table. So this is what we got in a possibility in taking with. This is what we got in a possibility in working with web table. So when you are working in the real time, either you will be applying all the options or not. That is a different step, but need to be get taken care about in working with. Need to be get taken care about in working with all the required options here. So if we get consider all the programs we done. What are the programs we done? First program, login, logout. After that, taking with Chrome. After that, verify. After that, taking with mouse over. And then frames. And then alerts. And then keyboard actions. After that, after keyboard, drop down. After drop down, taking with wait statement. After that, file upload. After that, JavaScript executor. After that, taking with window handlers. After that, taking with web table. Just have in a next heading. Take with the next heading is capturing screenshot. Just have in a next heading is capturing screenshot. Just have in a heading is capturing screenshot. So you are pending with 2 programs. One we need to understand that in capturing with the screenshot, and another one we need to be get understand about drag and drop. So the one we have to take care about in capturing with the screenshot, and another one we have to take with drag and drop. So once we done this drag and drop by this, not syllabus. Syllabus will not complete. Working with the individual programs will complete. So then we need to get start with the very most important concept. Up to this part 1. Then we need to take part 2. That is what we will be taking with automation frameworks. By taking with the help of all these concepts, by having all the syntaxes, we need to be get designed with the framework. That is what our final target here. So to consider that framework is more easy, we need to take care about all these particular syntaxes here. So take care about all these particular syntaxes. Tomorrow we'll try to complete these 2 programs. If possible, from tomorrow we'll start working with the frameworks concept here. Okay. So take care about all the syntaxes. Yeah. Carry on. Thank you. Online students having the questions, you can wait. Yes, guys. Online students, if you have any questions, you can carry on. Yep.
Hi sir, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
While installing the drivers Gecko and that Chrome or Firefox, just we need to extract into another folder, or we need to download into our local system?
No. In your local system, first you have to download it, and after that you have to extract to the folder. Once you're done with the extract, then you need to be provide path of that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, message is coming. Chrome is being controlled by automated.
Oh, that is okay. That doesn't make any problem. Yeah, just you can continue and practice. That doesn't make any problem. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. Take care about the practice. Meet you tomorrow then. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Sir? Hello?
Yes, carry on.
Sir, yesterday, day before yesterday, one screening test is conducted for Selenium students.
Correct.
I selected for the in that screening test. Is it any problem?
No, you need to attend the further training, that placement training program in case if you are okay with testing placements, because that screen test which has been done for only testing placements here. Okay.
Yeah. I selected, sir.
Okay, you can just continue in that. Okay, just start training program. Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Take care about the practice.